I am Louisa Huggins and I'm thrilled to be sat here today with another episode of the West Side Live. Now, the West Side Live is a show that aims to showcase the incredible things happening within the West Side District, and not only that, the fantastic people that make it happen. Now, I'm thrilled to be sat here with Tim Jennings, the Commercial and Development Director of the Birmingham and West Side and Sandwell Jazz Festival. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Louisa. Well done.
Oh, gosh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But I can imagine it's taken a long time to be able to, include all those areas, hasn't it? Birmingham, West Side, Sandwell.
Yeah, well, for the last couple of years, because it is such a mouthful, Louisa, we're calling ourselves the Birmingham Jazz and Blues Festival.
Right, noted, OK.
But obviously, as you say, it involves West Side to a large extent, and Sandwell, and we go out to Sutton Coldfield and Harborne and Solihull, Kidderminster, Coventry, Lye, as well as all of the events in the city centre, 63 of which are in the West Side area.
Fantastic, just what we like to hear in the West Side area. So just talk to me a little bit. When was the Jazz Festival born?
Well, it was born in the mid-80s. We celebrate our 40th anniversary this year, and yeah, it's been quite a journey for everybody concerned. This year, especially so. Obviously, we've been funded by Birmingham City Council now for 39 of our 40 years, but not so this year for varying reasons.
Yeah.
So we are kind of relying on a GoFundMe campaign that we have instigated, where festival goers can actually donate as little as they like. One of these leaflets can be picked up at all of the shows, because we're kind of running on fumes at the moment, so we need a little help from our regulars.
Of course, and I think it's such a fantastic event, and I think it's important to see the continuation of it. And West Side Bid, I know that we are thrilled to be one of the sponsors for this event, and we see the impact that it has, and we see the footfall that it brings to the area. And not only that, we see how happy our businesses are at the end of it.
Yeah.
And that for us is just so important. So yes, so people can they also get this online as well?
Yes, they can, absolutely, at gigs or online. I'm sure it's available on the Jazz Festival website.
Okay.
We've had a dazzling start. Our partner hotel, the Hampton by Hilton, which is also on West Side, has already seen arrivals from Estonia, musicians of course, Estonia, Spain, France, Italy, United States, Singapore, Norway. All of these musicians have landed in the centre of West Side and are playing many of the venues on West Side, from hotels, bars, restaurants, through to the squares in Brindley Place.
Wow.
So yeah, we've had a great start, and we're carrying on through to Sunday the 28th of July.
Fantastic. And I know you started with the bang, didn't you? Because you had your launch, was it at the Crown Plaza?
At the Crown Plaza,
which is fantastic. So you had a really good turnout for that.
Fabulous.
And I just think it's so nice to see so many people coming together to support what is such a fantastic festival.
Yeah.
And it's just a combination of fantastic events and jazz, but after having spoken to him, we realise that it's not just jazz music that you do, is it? It's a bit more than that.
Absolutely. Well, obviously it's the Jazz and Blues Festival, but apart from that, we put on various types of workshop, and that could be a photography workshop, which took place at the Hampton. We run dance workshops and ukulele workshops, which we send into retirement homes, places like Cafe Nero and Brindley Place. And we even had a couple of films showing as well this year.
That's fantastic. And it just, you're really creating a picture of how exciting the next couple of weeks are going to be. And not only that, Brindley Place are also having their outdoor screenings as well at the moment,
Yes.
aren't they? So you can go and watch a film and then listen to some fantastic
Yeah.
music, and then even try something new with a workshop, which is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the activities and the shows themselves, what are the prices for them? Are they free? How can people...
It's largely free. I think in something like 237 shows, I think only 11 of those are actually paid for. But for example, one of those would be the Botanical Gardens, but they only charge their regular price to get in. There is no extra charge for the music.
Wow.
And, you know, I think we did something at Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery that was ticketed. By and large, absolutely free. Certainly at the weekends, you can land by the canal and you can probably walk round to about maybe half a dozen venues. We try to stagger the start times as much as we can. Visit 6 venues without any admission charges.
I mean,
have a few beers, something to eat. Fantastic.
Perfect. And do you know what? Not only for adults as well. It's the 6 weeks holidays, isn't it? So that's a fantastic way to keep the kids occupied and listen to some fantastic music and try something new. And I must say, Tim, I've come across some figures as well about comparing the Birmingham Jazz and Blues Festival and the Manchester Jazz Festival. And I was absolutely astounded in terms of the amount of performances that you've managed to put together. I mean, the total performances in the Birmingham Jazz and Blues Fest is 235, and then in the Manchester Jazz Festival there's 60. And that in itself is...
Well, not only that, Louisa, there are 63 shows just on West Side. Wow. There are 60 shows all together for the Manchester International Jazz Festival. So,
wow.
And also, I think you can see all the shows on West Side. I think the total princely sum you'd pay if you went to any pay-for events is something like 11 quid admission across 63 events in West Side.
I mean, that's almost like a takeaway, isn't it? You know, on Deliveroo. Look at what you can get for that in West Side.
But still, even though we've been running for 40 years, I still don't think that, by and large, many folks in Birmingham know what's going on during the Jazz Festival. They could actually come up to West Side for a weekend, and they could be on their holidays.
Absolutely.
And the quality of the music is astounding.
Fantastic. It's fantastic. I mean, as I said to you, I feel so proud just when I see just what the response has been like from some members of the public. I mean, as I said to you, I went into my local library a couple of weeks, well, I think it was last week with my son, and as soon as I went in, the Jazz and Blues Festival painted everywhere, and people were so excited about it. So I think it's really, really something positive, and I think it's a nice morale lifter for the city. We need a lot of positivity. I think off the back of the Commonwealth Games, which was a fantastic event, I think this is a really nice addition, really, to the city's library of successful events.
Well, it's a brilliant addition.
Good,
just imagine what it would be like without the festival.
I know.
They'd be quiet. There'd just be a series of buildings or restaurants or bars going about their normal business. We just try to animate the city as much. We put music into unusual places. We try to animate the city for 10 days. Places like Lee Longland's furniture store have got 3 shows on. In a furniture store. I
mean, how fantastic is that? I mean, I bet you wouldn't have even thought of it, you know, going to buy a bed or, you know, something for your living room and listen to a bit of jazz and blues music.
And they totally embrace us. They've been involved now for a number of years, and if it didn't work for them, I don't think they would be involved. But it works.
Which is what we want to hear. Fantastic. So the festival is going on until the 28th of July?
28th of July,
Awesome. So if people do want to come along to any of these events, Tim, how can they find you? Have you got an online presence? How can they...
Yes, absolutely. They can go to the Birmingham Jazz Festival website and pick up the programme there. Or if they just have a look at what's on and they fancy something specifically, if they go along to that venue, they'll be able to pick up a programme at the venue.
That's great. Well, Tim, We are so proud of all the work that you've done. You know, we've seen, you know, the late nights that you've all been doing in the early mornings to help make this event an absolute success. And we're so pleased to just see the incredible success that it's been.
Well, thank you, Louisa, but it certainly wouldn't be possible without the support of Westside and like-minded people.
Thank you so much. Well, Tim, best of luck. We look forward to seeing you dancing away at one of the events. And
I've been told not to dance.
Yes, I have been told, actually. I have been told. But Tim, thank you so much. And if you do want to come along to any of the fantastic events happening over the next couple of weeks, please make sure you visit the Birmingham Jazz and Blues Festival online. Good to see you, Tim.
Thank you, Louisa. Thank you.